Hi, Kara from Health, Home, and Happiness here today with Abigail, and today we're going to make one of her favorite foods, which is, what are we making?
Fruit leathers.
Fruit leathers. So this is a super easy way to use up bananas that have spots, or the ones that got slammed down a little bit when kids were putting away groceries. A lot of times I'll just do it with apples and bananas.
These ones.
Yeah, maybe those ones. And it's another good way to use the little toddler apples that have like a third of them eaten out. And some peaches that are about to go bad. We've got some plums that are about to go bad as well. But just apples and bananas, and then I like to use tart cherry juice as the liquid in it, but you could also just use water.
Right. Everything you want to.
Anything you want to. The apples and the bananas really work to keep it together. And then I just dry it on parchment paper that I put in my dehydrator tray, and it makes really easy, delicious, cheap fruit leather.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna pretty much fill this up with chopped up fruit and add enough water to make it blend well.
Hey Mom, can I help you?
You can't do the knife, baby. Whoops. All right, we might need some more juice to get that to go, but we'll see what it does. Like that. We're gonna turn it on.
It's done.
Is it done? Let's see. Oh, that looks good.
Can I have some?
You can see I just have this. I leave this on here. You don't have to have it on there.
Oh. Hi Mom.
Hi, baby. This is an Excalibur dehydrator, which gets lots of use in my house. And then it'll spread a little bit more.
Even when you put like butter.
I don't put butter in it. But it'll spread a little bit more. You can kind of tilt it. And then just put it right in your dehydrator just like this. So it's just pretty much a smoothie with overripe fruit, but it hasn't been frozen. But you could also pour this into popsicle molds and make popsicles. Super easy. A lot of the times if I don't have overripe fruit at home, I'll go by one of the grocery stores I know has usually like a little table or like stand sort of thing with with really marked down fruit because it's going bad. And we'll just make these out of that. So we'll just tilt it and flatten it a little bit, but it is pretty thick. You want it to be pretty thick and not completely liquid. See, it looks like we're gonna get 3 nice big ones, and then we're gonna dry them. I like to dry them at 150 overnight. And then if they're still tacky, especially in the middle, I'll raise it up, or whatever the highest on my dehydrator goes.
Mama, turn that off.
Thank you, appreciate it. For the rest of the day. So here's our fruit leathers that we did yesterday. I put it on 115 degrees in my dehydrator overnight. So I think I did them around noon, maybe 1. And then I took them out this morning at like 5 in the morning. We get up early. Sometimes it'll still be tacky. Like these aren't tacky, they're not sticky. And if they are, when I take them off, I'll just flip them over and put them back in for like 4 hours. And usually at that time I'll turn the heat up a little bit to like whatever the highest setting is on the dehydrator. But I'm not sure why sometimes they're sticky and sometimes they're not. It probably has to do with what combination of fruit I use. But then these are just on parchment, so we're just gonna take them right off. And sometimes I can reuse this and sometimes not. I used to have like the sheets that go over the top of this that you washed, but I don't know what happened to them. And then I usually just rip them into pieces. It's my toddler that really likes these. And I keep them in a container in either the freezer or the fridge. They can stay out for, like, if you're going camping or something, they can stay out for a couple days. But I just like to keep them in the freezer. And they'll get brittle in the freezer. That's okay. I mean, if you rolled this up like a big fruit roll up, like we used to get fruit roll ups when I was a kid. They were like probably corn syrup and food dye, but this is a lot of fruit in here. You saw it was like one blender full. You saw in my blender is pretty big. It's a Vitamix. Makes 3 of these. So if you want to do a whole tray, like a whole 5 tray or 6 tray dehydrator full, then just do 2 blenderfuls of the smoothie mixture. But you can see, great way to save fruit without, making bread that's, more carbs. Fruit that's about to go bad, or if it's not smoothie weather, which is not really here, then another great way to save them. And you could get creative if you wanted to. This is the one that she ate this morning. She had to check this morning. She loves these to see if it was done this morning. You could, if you wanted to get creative, like you could use a knife or even scissors and cut them out, or like probably even cookie cutters. But this is just fine for my non-aesthetic food. So these won't stick together. If it's like they're more sticky, you could put parchment between them, but they'll be fine. It's not quite all gonna fit. It's okay, she'll eat this today.